All right, so my first weekend winner, I'm taking it back to Friday night, a couple of local high school teams, and I'm not a Catholic High guy, that guy's in the afternoon, but shout out to Catholic High football, headed back to their third straight title game under Gabe Fertitta. That's about as good as you can do it. The Bears blanked John Curtis on Friday night in front of a packed house at Olympia, 14-0 past the Patriots. They now square off against Rummel this Friday night. Both teams ranked within the top 50 nationally.
Wow.
Rummel, number 15, Catholic High, number 45. They'll play at Ullman Stadium because no more select schools in the Dome for state championships, just to show you how bad the LHSAA high school football system is at this point.
Oh,
They don't
wait, so
even
the
play
state championship's
titles.
not going to be in the Superdome?
For the select schools play at the higher seed. For the non-select schools, it's semifinal weekend, like Acadiana is hosting Zachary, David Brewerton, 6th straight trip to the semifinals. David Semino down at Catholic High Point Capee playing in the finals. But, yeah, I mean, the LHSAA, the football system is broken.
Oh, it's terrible. My first weekend winner, Derrius Guice. How about it, our guy, after injuries and years of frustration? What a bounce back for Guice. He ends up going 10 carries, 129 yards, 2 scores a day, had an incredible stiff arm that was vintage Guice. Hopefully this is the sign of more to come. I always love a guy, though, who has to deal with a bunch of BS and overcomes it. Shout out to you, Derrius Guice.
My only weekend winner is Guz Malzahn. So I'm going to set the scene here. It's going to take just a second, so bear with me. Alabama got the ball back with a little under a minute left in their game versus Auburn and no timeouts. They'd probably be about their own 30 unless returner Jalen Waddle did something truly special. But Waddle never got a chance. Officials flagged Bama for having too many men on the field before the play, giving Auburn a game-sealing first down. How did the sport's most disciplined program mess up so badly? Old Gus and his bag of tricks. The Tigers lined up in a regular offensive formation, legally speaking. They had 7 men on the line of scrimmage, 5 wearing offensive lineman numbers as required by NCAA rules. On 4th and 4, they could have just snapped the ball from that formation and gone for it. And the X receiver position was the punter. This is how Bama got into trouble. Because Auburn was in an offensive formation, the Tide didn't have Waddle on the field right away. As Malzahn would tell reporters later, this was exactly what he wanted, to send the punter back to kick after Bama had already substituted, leaving no one deep to return it. Bama was out of timeouts. Saban's staff was not cool with Auburn running to no returner, nor with Auburn running an offensive play against the punt return unit. The Tide tried to avoid both. Then the flags flew, and it was game over. Needless to say, Nick Saban was not pleased. If you have seen the video, if you haven't seen the video, look it up. It's awesome.
Try to find it now so you can play
anyone who can get, I think Nathan has the video. Anyone who can get that much emotion out of him is a winner in my book.
Got a lot of stuff going with this computer.
I love how Saban barks at his players and tell them they have to keep their emotions in check in the game.
And then this video is
And then
fantastic.
he looks like a spoiled brat on national television. I mean, just freaks out.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the whole reason I don't like Will Muschamp. That's the eternal thing that I hate about some of these head coaches is how do you demand poise and composure out of your players when you look like that? It was really funny too watching it. Where look, we didn't have sound on in the studio. I don't know what the explanation was. It could not have been a good explanation, but they did just straight up gift Auburn 3 points before the half. Like, there is no reason why Auburn should have had a second on the clock and been able to snap that ball.
Are we going to sit there and listen to Nick Saban complain about the referees?
No, I love
game?
it, dude. I love it. I don't care.
Look at Saban.
That's the first half.
So good, man.
I mean, that is, I love it, dude. Are you kidding me?
Give me my ball back. I'm leaving.
His hair is just sort of like floating in the air.
It's like whenever you see a kid playing with
anymore.
like a computer that won't load or a video game that he can't win. It's just like nothing but turmoil going deeper and deeper.
Man,
Hearing Alabama fans complain about the refs, I'm just like
That's
the
my
baby
weekend
Yoda
winner.
meme. I'm just sitting there and
That
just
is my weekend winner. Listen to
sipping
those
my
people
tea.
complain about the officiating. That Nick Saban has the balls to sit up there in front of a microphone and really complain about the officiating. Steve Shaw graduated from your school, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, get out of here.
All right, my weekend winner, only one as well. James Bond is getting his 25th movie. The Coolest Spy is finally back after 5 years. And as far as hype goes, the Bond franchise won the weekend for dropping what is becoming much more popular nowadays, a teaser for the actual trailer. We get the full trailer this Wednesday, but yesterday we got the first piece of footage for what is probably going to be one of the biggest things of next year. It's only 15 seconds, but the taste you get of the famous Bond theme, gadgets, cars, and an outstanding shot of what looks like a badass motorcycle jump Waiting 4 months for this thing is not going to be very fun. I mean, it's reunited. This is the last Daniel Craig movie that we're going to get as 007. We've got Carrie Fakunga as the writer-director. That's right.
Dangerous.
That's
Dangerous.
right.
No
Look it up.
chance.
No, look it up.
Knight's
100%
Execution.
correct there.
Knight's Execution.
The
of
writer
radio.
and director of Beasts of No Nation and everyone's favorite season of True Detective. So there you go.
This one kind of obvious here, but mine's Louisiana football fans. I mean, just the treat that we have been had a front row seat to this year. I mean, we take for granted probably the New Orleans Saints and watching them over the last 14 seasons with Peyton and Breeze, but to see this type of efficiency from a college football offense in Baton Rouge, Heisman Trophy quarterback, SEC single-season passing leader in both touchdowns and yardage, with still games left to play. I mean, pinch me still, man. I mean, what have we seen on this offense this year from LSU? It's been amazing. I mean, it's been fantastic. And another shout out to the LSU social media team. I know we did it earlier, but Cody Worsham, Matt Tornquist, Matt Karen, Gus Stark, Chris Parent, and Lauren Thompson and that crew. But Cody Worsham has an audible story that you can find online at lsusports.net, which is his piece on Joe Burrow. I don't know if you've seen this, where he's kind of going.
Yeah, he went back
Athens.
to Ohio.
But he's doing an audible series of that piece where he's reading out the story, and I listened to 2 hours of it yesterday just by grocery shopping, doing some work around the house, and it is fantastic, the stuff that you learn about Burrow. I mean, that clutch gene you were referencing in hour one, I mean, he had that when he was in sixth grade. I mean, he's got a sixth grade Little League coach on telling stories about how Burrow was audibling at the line of scrimmage and checking into plays in Little League that were scoring game-winning touchdowns back when he was 12 years old.
Some guys have. It's something that I don't know that you can be taught or develop. You can maybe nurture it and grow it, but yeah, some you either have it or you don't.
So a lot of weekend winners there.
How far we have come. When I hear you talk that way, I was thinking about this week, and I was thinking about the Texas game. And I was thinking about when the defense couldn't stop him. And I remember turning to my neighbor and asking him, like, do we live in an era of LSU offensive football where the offense can win you this type of game? And not only have they done that, they've gone on to win you a lot more games. It's been a wild year. All right, I got a bunch of winners. Who else wants to go? I'm bringing winners to the table. You got some? Nick, you got some?
So Drumline won their trumpet matchup yesterday.
That's right.
Came down to the last second. A lot of physical play. It was on the 2-yard line, goal line stand by the Drumline.
Okay.
Great job, guys.
Nice.
And
saw Nick Asher with a catch and a score.
1 reception, 21 yards.
now, why
that,
did you
bro.
get kicked out of the game?
We're not gonna
Get
talk about that.
that OTB personality.
Yeah, a little feisty. Just got a little chippy.
Yeah,
out
we don't
there.
like
Did
losing.
you Pickens the kid? Did you just run his head into a tuba?
Nah. We're good.
Get the tape. Check the tape.
I love it.
All right, I got one more here. It's actually, I don't know what this is, but it happened.
Wait,
to
hold on. I
Sweetie
got to get
Keith
this
Center.
joke in first. Drumline reminding you they're the only part of the band that doesn't blow. Okay, Nathan, go ahead.
There you go. Well, look, I don't know what this is. You guys probably know. It's the NBA baby race. Congrats
Pelicans.
to number 5.
Yeah.
I don't know what they win. I don't know what you give a baby when they win, but yeah, look at that. It's
So
a
I
250
think the parents win.
$250 gift card to the gift shop.
Oh,
Yeah, they do these at
To
all
the gift
basketball
shop.
games. They do these at all basketball games now, and I keep missing him. I keep wanting to take Estelle because she's a very fast crawler.
Former
I
ESPN
feel like
Baton Rouge standout Carly McCord was the
I
MC.
saw that, yeah. But I wonder too. It's like she's a very fast crawler, but then you watch these babies. I'm like, I can't guarantee that Estelle wouldn't have gotten distracted
Exactly.
as these babies also did.
Baby starts throwing up on the court.
Nick, I got one for you. How annoying was it the student section yelling at you guys to play neck the entire fourth quarter?
As a member of the band, I can't really comment on that. But
Wow.
It's to toe the party line.
Golly.
Wait, you
it
can't
shows
even say it's annoying?
It shows you how sketchy it is.
Yesterday
you can't
being
mention
thrown up that game taught him a lesson.
You can't
No
mention
comment.
neck. You cannot mention neck if you are a part of the band.
Just play the damn
all right.
song.
T-Bob, you have a couple. You're going to have to run through them very
Yeah,
fast.
let's get to it. Okay, my weekend winners, because, I think a lot went on this weekend. The Hedges at Auburn, they provided us with endless white women memes as people were just diving into these things,
hell were
not
they
realizing
doing?
they were going to get
were
it
just
was going to be tough to
laughing.
get through. These two women are my favorite's probably the redhead who just disappears and looks like she's lost forever. Shout out to the Hedges at Auburn. People who hate empires, you had a great weekend. Both Bama and the Patriots lose. We now get to feast on a bunch of great takes about how they're heading in the wrong direction. They're done. Tom Brady's done. I'm texting guys who are telling me about Alabama. I'm hearing 4 to 5 portal entries. I think 5 kids sit out the bowl. Baby Tua is going to leave if he's not the starter. It is just the crack show.
Blow that thing up.
Another weekend winner went to Louisiana Renfest yesterday. 20th year of the Louisiana Renfest. Shout out. It gets bigger and better every year. The joust was excellent. Alice loved it. We had the best day. Weekend winner, Virginia fans. Yep. You beat Virginia Tech for the first time in 15 years.
Wahoo.
And it's not just to beat them, it's to go 9-3 and go to the ACC championship. They rushed the field. It was a great moment. Weekend winner, the Saints 1 seed dreams. My man Lamar Jackson beat San Fran. Why is that significant? San Fran and the Saints are now tied at 10-2 their first seed, which means, Jordy, the winner will not only be a game up, but they'll have the tiebreaker, so it's almost like they're 2 games up. Shout out to Lamar. Another big game tonight in terms of the 1 seed. Seahawks, Vikings. Seahawks need a win to stay tied at 10-2. If Vikings win, both teams will be a game behind. Everything matters for the Saints from here on out. And finally, my last weekend winner, the Giants. Pretty sneakily, New York has become the 2nd worst team in the NFL. They lose to the Packers 31-13. They are now 2-10. 2-10. You don't really think about it, which means they are on the Bengals' heels for that first overall pick, and the Bengals helped them out, beating the Jets 22-6. Cincinnati now 1-11.
Broadway Burrow?
No, they would. I mean, they can't go quarterback. They could, but no, I think after last year, they'd be a Chase Young team.
Shout out to the Southern Jaguars, too. Taking it home this weekend in the Bayou Classic.
Hell yeah. Go
OTB,
Jags. Go
hour
Mama
2,
Jag.
rolling on 15 minutes from now, Ross Dellinger. Rivers wants to kill everyone.
Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert.